Hey guys, I hope everything's going well with Mr. Newkirchen. I'm here with Cal and Emery. Can you guys say hi?
Hi!
Hi. Emery is a deer with her fancy Nancy dress on. Cal, you were playing with some tools earlier, running around. Do you want to show a tool? What do you want to show?
A fire truck.
Okay, grab it and show it off. Emery, you want to go show a picture of what you drew today?
Yeah.
Go get a picture.
Yeah,
I hope you guys are doing a good job with Mr. Newkirchen. I'm going to go over some of the math things. I know I didn't do a ton of teaching it, so hopefully it went all right.
Fire truck.
But, Cal, what do you got here? Show what you got. What is that?
Fire truck.
A fire truck. And
Now
Emery, what are you going to show us?
A banana.
You drew a banana. Look at that. That is a really good banana. Nice job.
Yeah, that's a really good
So I'll go through some of the what you guys worked on, and if you have questions, Mr. Newkirchen can stop the video.
And this
So,
is me.
hope you guys do well. All right, say bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, this is the page you guys should have worked on today. We're looking at patterns to kind of give you an example of one up here, and you guys might have already seen that. Pretty simple stuff. We've talked about these. They do get a little bit more complex. So again, take a look at your answers. It's okay if you got it wrong. It's just not okay not to try. But we'll go through some of these, and you can kind of check your answers as you go. So right here, circle, diamond, circle, upside down, heart, diamond, upside down, heart, heart. So we kind of got a pattern here. What should be the next one? Hopefully you've kind of thought this one through, and you should know that the next one's going to be a diamond followed by an upside down heart. And some of your drawings might have been better than others, but do the best that you can. But these are the two shapes that would be next in the pattern. Okay. When you look at number 2, what are 2 ways that you could describe this pattern below? We've got a few different shapes here. We've got a triangle. We've got a circle. We've got a rectangle. Okay, triangle, circle, rectangle. So we want to describe these in a few different ways. And there's lots of different ways you could do this. And hopefully you kind of came up with a few. One way, obviously, would be talk about how it is a triangle, circle, rectangle, and it repeats. That would be one way. Another way you could look at this is you have 3 sides, 0 sides, 4 sides, and that repeats over and over again. You could talk about how it's a pattern of 3 different things. And so it repeats in sections of 3. That would have been a way to describe it. But trying to use something like that where you're describing the different shapes. All right. Taking a look at number 3, and you might have had different answers for 2, and that's okay, as long as you're looking at some way of describing it. Looking at number 3, when we compare it to number 2, the 3rd, 6th, 9th shapes are the same, so explain how you could figure out what the 27th is. This was a tough one, and some of you might have got tripped up by it, but you'll notice that this is the 3rd shape is always a rectangle. So if we know our multiples of 3, we know that the 3rd shape, the 6th shape, the 9th shape, the 12th shape, the 15th shape, the 18th shape would all be rectangles. It's going to repeat in that pattern because we're dealing with multiples of 3. And so we have a pretty good idea. As long as it's a multiple of 3, it's always going to be a rectangle. So you've got a good idea of what the 27th shape is. And if you know that the 27th shape is a rectangle, you would also have a pretty good idea of what the 28th shape would be too, right? Because it would be the one more than a rectangle, so it would be a triangle. So as long as you're looking at something to do with multiples of 3, that would be a good way to do it. This is a good math term when you talk about something like multiples and 3s. On this side, I'm just going to do a couple of these. I know you might not have got to all of them, and that is okay. But Sasha went ahead and drew a shape pattern that goes back and forth between a 5-pointed star and a 4-pointed star. What's another way to describe this pattern? So yes, Sasha went and said that this is a 5 and a 4 and a 5 and a 4. So what's another way that we could talk about these shapes other than a 5 and a 4-pointed star? There are some different things to look at. So we could talk about the size of them. There's more blue showing up here. Another great way to look at this is looking at the number that there is a pattern of odd and even. So if you look at the fact that there's an odd number with an even number, odd number, even number, that is a good pattern as well. Real quick, looking at number 5, okay, this should help. The 7th spot is a 4-pointed star, so you have to count these out. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What would be the 7th? All right, 8th. Okay, so looking at those, since this is an odd number, okay, always the odd number is going to be a 5-pointed star. So you should have been able to figure out, since it's an odd number, that this is false. This is an even number. So it should be an even number here, also false. This is an odd number, so this should be true. And this is an even number, so this should be true. So I hope you guys did all right on that. Please be good for Mr. Newkirchen, and I will try to touch base with you guys later. Have a good day.